This video is part of the Iron Orchid Design Spring Release Party playlist. If you want to see other tutorials featuring the new release items, please find the link to the playlist in the description below or visit the Iron Orchids Design YouTube channel. Hi, I am Shannon with Pick and Moose Vintage, and I am going to be working today with a all new by Iron Orchid Designs, the Toadstool Mold. I just love this mold. I've made so many things with it so far. But today I'm going to show you a couple things that you can make that are fun, and they're actually, you can use them. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the Quick Set Resin by Amazing, and I'm choosing to use this one because I need it to set up pretty quick. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Of course, it recommends gloves in a well-ventilated area. So I do have a fan going and I have my gloves on. I'm a big proponent. If it says there's a warning on the box, it's there for a reason, so I'm going to follow that direction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mixing my resin. You'll notice when you have an IOD mold, the quality of them, not only does it have that lip for when using the air-dry clay, but it also has the measurements of how much clay you need or how much resin you need. So they have thought about everything. Today I'm not going to measure it to the exact measurement, purely because what I like to do is I like to mix a lot and then cast a few extra molds so I have them on hand if I ever need them in a pinch. So I always like to have extras. And sometimes when customers come in and they just want to try a mold or see what it looks like, I can just give them to them and they can play with them. All right, let's get measuring. I always leave my cup on a flat surface just so I know I'm getting a true equal amount. It's 1 part to 1 part, and let's see, this one is, I'm going all the way up to the 15, and I'm going to pour it in my resin cup. You can see I have used this one quite a bit. You can just, when it dries in there, you just pop it out. I have a little bit of some of the mica powders and alcohol ink still on it, but that's okay. It will not affect this. So I'm going to pour the 15 milliliters of A in. Now I'm going to pour 15 milliliters of B. Oops, let me make sure I can see. Oops. I like to put it on the resin mat, the silicone mat, because if I make a mess, it's easy cleanup. All right, so I'm going to pour it in here. And then I'm going to give it a good stir. You want to stir it, but you don't want to stir it too long because the quick set resin will set up on you pretty quick. It'll cast, and then you'll be stuck with a bunch in your cup, and you don't want that. Okay, so that's mixed. Now what I'm going to use today is I want to use this one, this little guy. So these cups are really nice because they're silicone. You can bend so you can pour. When you're using the resin, you want to be careful that you don't put too much in or it'll overflow, but you want to make sure you put enough in because otherwise you'll get a concave. So I just do a couple drips, and there we go. A little bit more, pushing the limits here. Okay, so this one is going to be a necklace. So I have these little, see that? It's a real teeny little, it's like a screw but with a closed enclosure on the top. What we're going to do is we're going to put that in the quick set resin, and we're going to let it dry in there. I'm using some tweezers just because I need it to be perfectly sit down, and I have big fat fingers. That one fell in, so I'm going to grab another one. Big fat fingers, and I can't really manipulate them as well as I can with the tweezers. All right. Actually, I'm gonna let it set up just a little bit, then stick it in. But this is starting to cure, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast my other mushrooms. I have a little bit left, so I'm gonna use. I like this guy. He's cute. And you notice when it starts setting up, it turns white. Now look, because I was playing with that, it started to set up in my cup. So this is, I can't use this right now. So I'm just going to set this aside. Once it dries, I just snap it out. I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm back to my hook. Best idea. There we go. Okay, so the resin has set. So we're going to go ahead and pop these out. And they pop out. Look. Super cute. And look at all the detail on there. And this one with my the little ring for the necklace. Cute. And this was the one that was drying way too fast. So I'm just going to throw that one away. And now let me just show you my cup. So you just pull it and it comes right out of there. All clean. All right, now let's have some fun with these mushrooms. Let's get to painting these mushrooms. So I'm going to do this one very similar to the, see right here, the mushroom in where it says Toadstool Mould right here. I'm going to do it just like that because it's going to be a necklace. And most of the time when you see a mushroom, it looks red and with the white polka dots. Then we're going to do this one with some fun shimmery stuff, so stick around for that one. And the same with this one. We're going to make one a keychain and one a magnet. So let's start with the traditional looking mushroom with red with white polka dots. Now you can get the quick set resin. I've seen it in ivory and I've seen it in white. You can also tint it, or you can put a little bit of mica powder, brush it into your mold, and it'll come out on the top. There's several ways you can decorate these. This is just one way. Okay, so we're going to set that down for him to dry. Ooh. Very bright, pretty red. Next one we're going to paint is with some green. These are just regular acrylic paint, artist paints. And this one's going to be green. And we're just going to leave the white stem on these. And then lastly, I'm going to do, oh, this is gold. A little bit more. Get around the bottom. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to let these dry and then we're going to decorate them. Okay, paint is dried and now we're going to decorate them. So for these two, I'm going to put a metallic looking pigment on top. So what I need to do is prep those. So I just have some wax paste here. I'm going to put some on my brush and I'm going to apply it to the top of my mushrooms. Making sure I get all the sides. Now the gold one. Okay, so I'm going to let that tack up for a minute, let that wax kind of dry just a tad. Now while those are drying, we're going to finish our little necklace mushroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put white polka dots on top because I want them to match this guy right here. Isn't he cute? So I'm just taking some white paint. And for perfect polka dots, I generally use my tip of my brush, the other end, and then if you just go like that, you get a polka dot. See? All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that on here. There we go. So make sure they're round. There we go. So see, look how cute. So we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to put the chain or the ribbon around to make it a necklace. Okay, now for some fun. I have some things called pigment here, and one is a chameleon pigment. It'll change based on what the underlying color is, and the other one is just a chrome pigment, and this one's in magenta. So I'm going to put the hot pink over the gold, and then I'm going to put the chameleon over the green, and we're going to see what kind of colors we come up with. Suppose I could take these off now. Okay, brushes. So we're going to start. This one is called Midnight Ocean. And I'm just going to lightly dip it in so you can see the pigment. And then I'm going to brush it on where I put the wax paste on the mushroom. And then, ooh, look at that. Look at the color it's turning. It's an iridescent shimmer. See that? Wow, it's beautiful. So it's like a psychedelic mushroom. A little bit more on. There we go. You got a couple colors going on because it's iridescent. So that one is beautiful. I'm going to set that down. Look at that. So it was green. Then we added the pigment and it turned it into the iridescent looking mushroom. How fun is that? Okay, so we have one more to do. Let me just get this cap on. And I can use gold on top of there, but that'd be kind of boring. So I'm going to see what this magenta color looks like. Hopefully it's going to turn out beautiful. Who doesn't like this bright color? Look at that. Look how brilliant that is. So I'm just dipping a clean brush into the pigments. And now I'm just going to run it on top of my wax paste that was over the gold paint. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that. What do you think about that? Woo! So we have two, let me get the side of here. Psychedelic or just gorgeous, shimmery, pigmented mushrooms. Look how cute. Okay, we'll put those back down. Put the cap on. So next we are going to turn one into a necklace, one into a keychain, and one into a fridge magnet. Okay, so let's finish these mushrooms. First, I have a piece of twine here. I thought this would be really cute to use for the necklace. So now I just need to put it through the hole. And I'll just tie it. And then we have a cute little necklace. Let's see. Ta-da! You can't really see it on here, but there we go. Look at that. How cute is the necklace? Okay, so we're going to put that up here. So we have our necklace. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this one into a magnet. And you can get any size magnet from your local craft store. I just have this little magnet here. I'm going to use a heavy body gel because this is a glue that works. I know it works. So you stick, whoop. It's sticking to my palette knife. And then I'm going to put it right on the back. We'll let that dry. And then that'll be a cute little magnet for our refrigerator. And I'll make up a bunch of them and have a little shroom farm. Okay, I'm going to put this. And last but not least, I have the beautiful magenta one. And we're going to simply drill a little hole in it and then add our keychain. So I just need to decide if I want it to dangle from here or if I want it to go from the top. Let's see, we'll go from the side here. Oh. Here we go. So we have a little hole. See that? Now what we're going to do is we're going to thread our keychain through the hole we just drilled. And hopefully not scratch off all of the magenta we just put on there. Keychain, our magnet, and our necklace. I love the keychain, but I think I want to color the stem. And I want to do it with the gold because I think the gold will look good with that magenta. So let's just give it a quick little paint. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Not all stems have to be white. There we go. There we go. Look at that. How cute, our little keychain.